I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm middle B. How to get myself a bag before the bull run. How to take some shit, stick it in the bullroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm middle B. How to get myself a bag before the bull run. How to take some shit, stick it in the bullroom. E-pop got me waiting 3 more hours. Sticking all these years higher than a tower. Having all these nodes feel like superpowers. Investing all this bread, never been a coward. Call me Mr. Bond, money in the vault. I stay in the front, feeling like the goal. Don't worry about the haters, got the detonator. I'm killing every market, call me Terminator. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm middle B. How to get myself a bag before the bull run. How to take some shit, stick it in the bullroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm middle B. How to get myself a bag before the bull run. How to take some shit, stick it in the bullroom.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to EMP.Money. My name is AJ, I am the team lead here, and this is our daily live AMA, and lots of info coming your way. We're going to try to keep today pretty short and sweet. Again, all these AMAs we've been trying to switch up the format a little bit and keep it as clear and concise as we can, but still give some updates and info and alpha and all that good stuff. So, as usual, I'm joined by both team members today, LA and Bull. How are you guys?
Good. I'll keep it brief. So, hello, everybody.
All right, awesome. LA, how are you? I know you've been busy behind the scenes. We'll get into all that on our new marketing plans, but yeah, it's been quite the whirlwind.
Yeah, it's been good though. Good.
Awesome. All right, so I just want to start off on a few housekeeping things. Again, something that we've been talking about all week is just, the next few weeks are going to be really exciting for EMP. Some of which you guys know about, some of which you do not know about, that we are launching. Again, we're purposely, keeping things a bit vague until we're ready to launch. But there is another opportunity that we are rolling out on Ethereum mainnet, and as soon as all the ducks are in a row, so to speak, hopefully in the next 24 hours, we will be able to start letting you all in on that. But all that being said, this is a big push towards the end of the year with our marketing. So we've shown that our protocol is extremely resilient based on just the economics alone. But every project needs to have new blood and new users, and with the crypto market, going down by 80%, and all those users going away, we feel like this is an amazing opportunity to target those people that may be in fear or maybe don't know where to put their blue chip assets. They're bullish on ETH, but they don't know really what to do other than hold it in their wallet. EMP is the #1 solution, and again, our protocol is very overwhelming at times. So all of you that are already in the protocol and on these AMAs and listening, I mean, you're already tuned in, but we need to have another option to bring people in that maybe don't have the time to learn or don't have the willingness to learn. So yeah, we're really excited about that. Again, that is the next big rollout. The first big rollout, which we announced yesterday, was our paid course that we have implemented. I'll talk about that in a minute. And then the third thing was our Detonator NFTs. And so again, we're shooting for this new Ethereum mainnet opportunity sometime this coming week. We'll have the Detonator NFTs the following week or the week after that, and then we'll close out the year really, really strong. As we not only bring in new capital to our ecosystem, but also bring in new participants as well. So really, really exciting stuff. And so really, the number one thing I can say is to just start putting some dry powder aside. I mean, we've done everything we can to spread it out as much as possible. I understand that we're coming up on the holidays, whether you celebrate Christmas or not. The holiday season is the time for giving, and I mean, really too, we have a really unique rollout plan that we have for these detonator NFTs, and they can make some cool stocking stuffers for your crypto friends. Right, Bull? We always have to make crypto friends.
Good crypto friends. Good crypto
Yeah.
friends. I
No,
probably leave that part off, but we all have those friends that we are like probably question like why do we hang out with this person? They're kind of a bummer, or they're always borrowing your power tools and not bringing them back. But we always want to be kind and gracious regardless of the time of year. So um, if you if you have thoughts of like you're mad about something, best way to deal with it is just be honest with the person in a polite way, and and address it. That me personally, that's what I try to do. And I've told a number of stories about mowing my neighbor's lawn or this or that, and my neighbor lady, she's an older lady, and I've gotten texts before, like, when are you going to get over here and mow my lawn? But I just been doing it for free. So there are times where I just have to have a talk with her, and then it's a bit awkward for the next couple of weeks, if we see each other outside. But we're still, I still say hello and all that stuff. But it can be a little bit dicey at times.
yeah, no doubt, Bull. I love it. So, yes, we have to make good friends, 100%. So, well, yeah, and again, I mean, we are doing, we have so much going on. There are some things that, that we haven't even talked about either, which is pretty massive. So, we'll get into that. Maybe I'll drop a little bit of alpha towards the end. Again, we're also building for, the next year. I mean, we're going to be a year old, in mid-January. So, with that, there'll be some, upgrades to the eShare emissions. We're going to have a whole document out on that so that all of you are prepared. But I think that we are going to be moving forward with the graduating, or rather halvening model, where eShares will continue, but every subsequent year, the emissions are cut by half, which again will put less eShare in circulation. And as long as the demand stays approximately the same or more, that usually leads to price appreciation. Again, just based on economics, the lower the supply and the same amount of demand or higher increases the price. So that is again all in the works. Lots of stuff. So really, today's more of a recap. One thing I did want to talk about was the course enrollment. So, if you have not heard, we are offering a paid course. Again, Bull is kind of spearheading that. It is through EMP, but we all have a lot on our plates, and Bull has put together an awesome curriculum with some other members of our community that will end up being coaches as well. And so, yesterday's AMA really does a deep dive on all of that. Who their course is for, what you might get out of it. But it's also super limited. So we only have the ability to accept 50 participants in the first round, and we already have over 61 applicants. So if you are interested, I'm going to post the link in the description. You guys can follow that, or it will be in the description of this YouTube video after we're done as well. So yeah, as soon as I'll let Bull elaborate a little bit, I'll post it in all of our socials. But Bull, you
1
want
minute
to?
on Detonator.
Oh, thanks, LA. Yes, sorry guys. 1 minute on Detonator. Make sure you compound again. We're not going over the rollovers live, so yeah, thanks, LA. Make sure you guys compound. So All right, so Bull, I guess maybe just real quick, something we didn't really go over yesterday. You just want to do a really fast overview. If somebody is interested in the course, they have to book a call with you, right? Can you just kind of go over the uh
Yep, yep,
the
yep.
onboarding? Yeah, go ahead, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So 30 seconds, everybody. I am going to click my final confirm. Okay. Um, so right, like I'm sure everybody had seen the email or you can follow the pinned link. I believe it's in all of the channels now. And then you're going to go through a bit of a little bit of a sign up process. It's going to ask you some questions. And what it's going to do is it's going to look and see if you're a right fit. And in the event, like you might not have enough to, maximize the impact of the class. And this, like I said, it's not really a matter of like having, $100,000 or anything like that. But, if you're only a person who might have a couple $100 extra a month, then the class probably wouldn't be the best fit for you, because we don't want to take away those extra funds that you have. But if people have some disposable income, and they need this one-on-one coaching, and that's really the impetus, because there's been a lot of people here asking for, just kind of some one-on-one help, a little bit of direction. And so that was really kind of the impetus for the course. But if you want to do, if you're interested in the course, it's really well laid out in terms of, how to sign up in that process. And if you go through that process and, the evaluation process, after Sunday it'll close at Sunday midnight Eastern Standard Time. And so if what's going to happen is that there's going to be an evaluation of everybody's application, and the 50, most qualified people are, going to be selected, to progress through that class. But if you are selected, what's going to end up happening is we're going to take, just a private call to see that you're the perfect fit. And the reason for that is, even though you've cleared through the application, we want to go through and make sure that you're like the absolute best fit, because we don't want to waste your time, your money, or the coach's times, here, because we want to make sure that we're really focused in on providing you the most maximum impact for the time that we have available here. And I think we have a lot of unique things that I've heard of people ask over the course of being here in EMP. And so we're working, on really kind of different tracks of education of how we can streamline the process for people. And there's a few things still a little bit up in the air, because we don't know where everybody's located. So in terms of the weekly live AMA coaching call, that's done in a group fashion, we're going to have to do that, and that whatever serves the maximum amount of people in the best possible way. So I know that was a question asked earlier today. But in terms of if you go through that screening process and then you get that call, what's going to happen there is to see if you're that perfect fit for it. If you're accepted into the program, what's going to happen then is we're going to go through, you're going to be able to book those times in 20-minute blocks or 1 hour to get that private one-on-one coaching. And there's going to be, like I said, there's going to be more value than just the coaching. There's, like we have a few special things that we're working on to make sure that we're kind of addressing not just, like EMP and crypto related problems, but, kind of just money problems in general. And a big thing is to break down like beliefs and, false beliefs for people that think they have to be like, great at mathematics, or they have to be a computer wizard to do all these things. And this is, of course, this is, just it is a work in progress, because none of us here have, really, spent our life like doing this remotely, or doing any of these, specific, how should I say, instructions online. But with that being said, the goal here is to be able to really help people utilize the systems that we're building so that they, can really understand these systems and feel safe. And that's a big part of the program too, is to create a really safe environment so people know that there's no scammers in this particular group. They can ask any questions they want. And then, moving forward with that, like what we're hoping to see is the people that are feeling maybe a little bit uncomfortable or uneasy, that, we've created an environment so that they can really excel and really take, their experience to the next level.
I love it, Bull. Yeah, man, absolutely. Well said, and really, it fits in the overall picture of EMP. I mean, we have been and always will be education first, and the free academy is not going anywhere. Kirk and Steve, and all the people that have contributed, Joe, Charlie, Red, everybody that's contributed to the academy, the free academy, that will remain. And as our ecosystem grows, we will always be updating the free academy as well. However, this is a major, major time saver. It's got a ton of value in, like Bull said, that one-on-one help and attention. And really, we talked about it yesterday at length, but a lot of the most dedicated people in EMP have come from other paid courses, and one in particular is a guy we're going to bring up here in a minute, but and through Chris Farrell's course, which again, this is not a competition. Chris has an amazing course. It's just based on learning styles on what course is going to be the best fit for you. But all that being said, we have some of the most, devoted emperors and empresses that have come to EMP through paid courses. So above all, I mean, again, I know I've seen some funny comments that said, this is about lining Bull's pockets. It's not at all. I mean, this is a pilot program. We're doing a very low, threshold on how many people we're letting in. And again, it also supports EMP, not only monetarily, but also because, these are new people that are learning our ecosystem, and as we scale this course, it will be a massive onboarding tool to people that may not know crypto that well or may not be in our community, and want to get involved. They just don't know how. So I'm most bullish on that. Again, moving into next year, we'll be able to scale to new users. And again, there's plenty of bad courses out there as well. So if we can put together a good one, and help onboard people into the right areas and save them from losing all of their money with FTX and all these other horrible decisions that crypto noobs fall victim to, I mean, that is definitely a win in my book, right, Bull?
Yeah, absolutely. And that, the real, like, I guess the succinct takeaway is that this is a course built by EMP for EMP, with the community members here that know how this protocol operate, and people that we know, that we trust, that, we've, they didn't just come in here last week. They're not a famous YouTuber. They're people that everybody recognizes here. And that's the important thing is, it might say, Bull is opening up this course, but I'm basically just the manager here, so to speak, to put all the little pieces, not the little pieces together, but all of the pieces together, and make sure that we have the most maximum impact for all the people here. And in terms of like learning how to like scale up coaches, because as you said, AJ, like the really important thing here is that because this is a unique like opportunity for all of us, in the sense that there's a ton of courses out there. There are a ton of like good courses, bad courses, in crypto, outside of crypto, but there is no course built for specifically a platform run by people that are extremely experienced in the even the most minute type of details of the ecosystem. And that's the really big like takeaway, is that it's there's not going to be a person in this that is teaching you like you don't know who that they you've never heard of them, and for lack of a better term, it's the people we know, love, and trust here, because that's what we want to show, like for, the people, the first 50 people that come into this program. We want them to feel 100% comfortable and confident with the course, with the coaches, with, obviously with the protocol, because ultimately, if you're here and you don't feel comfortable, we need to, remove that friction point that's causing you to, get stuck, because ultimately, your success, dictates how the platform itself goes. And obviously, we want to see the platform do well, but before the platform can do well, we need to see everybody doing well. And that's a real, I think, a real roadblock in crypto, is that idea, especially that you don't have to do anything and you're just going to get rich quick overnight, and you don't have to put in any type of work, and you can come in with $1,000 and leave with $1 million, a month later. And I don't think anything could be further from the truth. And, that's one of the things that we're going to kind of break down, and kind of get rid of that notion that that can happen, because it's vitally important to understand that this is a job, right? And for a lot of people, it can be a career. And like I don't say it lightly, but like I really truly believe that the people that are going to come through this are going to be like those next wave of coaches, for those next wave of customers that we have, because ultimately that's what we need. Is we need to, we're always talking about compounding here, and we haven't said it in a long time, but we used to use this term: we need to compound the educators, because it's so vitally important that people understand how this protocol operates. And if we can't communicate with all of the people that come in here, we see people acting crazy, doing silly things, negative actions that end up hurting their own portfolios, and then asking the questions. And a lot of people self-correct after a while, they figure it out. But it would be nice to see people come in here right away, right from step one, that they understood exactly how the system works, and why it's so beneficial to really understand that when you put that first dollar here, that you are the protocol, and that if you're selling, like in this case EMP, that it's going to hurt every other part of your portfolio that you've invested here. And I've taken so many calls where people, like, I assume that they know that, but then in the conversation, they're like, well, I can sell EMP, like I have it coming off the nodes, it's just fine. But like, what are you guys going to do about peg? Why, like, why is peg going down? And it's like, a lot of times I'm just like, is that a serious question? But it's a matter of like us really, really, pushing that message, and like something that maybe we take for granted because we're in the channels every day, we're on these calls. But there are people that really, truly don't understand that, selling EMP tends to hurt them. And they just don't get it, because they've been in so many just one token ecosystems where, they bought it at this, they can sell it at this, and I can 4x on the nodes, I guess I can just sell and everything's cool. And but anyway, education is really the key that grants you freedom in your life. It grants you that social mobility. And there's that term, FIRE. I don't know if people are familiar with it, that financial independence, retire early. But a lot of that revolves around like on how educated you are about like those income streams you have. And so, it's just really important in all regards to manage your money, but ultimately for everything else to education, to understand like whatever that topic is. And that's going to help you, have a much better chance at succeeding.
Yeah, no doubt, Bull. Awesome. All right. Well, I think that is a great overview. Again, Bull is more than happy to answer questions directly, or if you're going to type them in any of our social media outlets. Again, you have until tomorrow at midnight for the open enrollment of that, and then we'll be giving you more info on the next round. But it will be very limited to begin with. The first graduating class is going to get a ton of attention off the bat. So, all right. And one thing too, I forgot to mention a little bit earlier, with all the marketing that we're rolling out, we need all of your help as well. I mean, all of you as a community, please make sure that you're sharing, you're retweeting, you're commenting, and that's a perfect segue into please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe here on YouTube. Again, we are monetized on YouTube, and every little bit helps. I mean, it's been about $10 a day from our ad revenue, and that will hopefully get better and better and better, especially when we see the crypto market rally again. I think our organic search results will be a lot better. When people are looking for crypto videos, EMP should pop up. So just keep that in mind. It doesn't cost you anything to help us advertise our own, our own bags. So, all right, awesome. Well, all right, I'm gonna bring up our special guest. He did an amazing, amazing video today with the X Grow community, specifically about their X Perps platform, how to utilize EMP. It's a video that we've been trying to put together for a while, and David took the bull by the horns. Bull, look out. That's an analogy for you. And made it happen. So, David, are you available, brother? You want to jump on?
Hey, yeah, I'm here.
All right, awesome, my friend. So yeah, man, I just got done watching the video right before the stream. I love it. You want to give us kind of a high-level overview of what you learned and what that video accomplishes, and then we can post the links for everybody else to watch. But yeah, go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, of course. So basically, the two main things that I wanted to cover is how to get involved from EMP if you're going into the new single staking farm pool there, and then what to do if you want to take profit, and what to do if you want to create an earning loop, a money loop there. And there are many ways to do that, including the cultivator. And I reached out to a couple members of our community, Aaron and Cool Dr. Money, who I'd seen are pretty active in their Telegram and seem to have their own strategies, to just ask them what their strategies are. And then I posted something in their Telegram group um, and told them I was interested in doing something and learning more, because there's a lot going on there. And so that's what the point was. So I did the video, had this conversation with Jim and LT, two of the admins there, who were great guys, and we basically just walked through different options. We didn't cover everything. They're definitely, and actually Jim already wrote to say if we would be able to do a video after they launch the VDC for EMP, which I'd be happy to do. That's it.
Amazing. Yeah, awesome, David. Sorry, bro, that was muted. So yeah, man, no, you killed it, bro. It was a great conversational style walkthrough. It is a screen capture. I just posted the link in all of our socials. I'll put it on Discord after this AMA is over. But it's in Telegram, it's on YouTube, and we'll be posting it again and again because really, again, and once you watch this video, it will all make sense. And the overall idea is providing platforms, whether it's through our own ecosystem or our amazing partners like Growth, DeFi, MDB. I mean, that. That allows us, Splinterlands is a great example as well, that allows us to utilize our EMP without having to sell it. And again, this is just so important. And the video that David did goes over this in detail, where the idea is that you want to be able to earn higher APR without ever having to even sell your native asset, which does wonders for not only you as an investor, but also for the protocol, because you literally can earn more money by utilizing their VDCs and all the contracts over on Growth DeFi with your EMP, earning their reward tokens, instead, and that again locks up EMP. It doesn't let you, or it doesn't have a negative effect on peg, and you're still able to earn. So there's a ton of game theory in that as well. Obviously, APRs are variable. There are a lot of taxes involved that allow the protocols to be sustainable. But I'm a huge fan. I mean, Growth DeFi has been one of our largest supporters. Cultivator is their Detonator as a service contract, and Cultivator is still paying about 1% a day, which is just unbelievable. I saw somebody did the math just a few days ago, and it's still killing it. So, again, if you guys are sleeping on the XRO and XPerps and Growth DeFi community, you really are missing out. They've been really big supporters of EMP, and the beauty of the partnership is they have massive bags at EMP as well. So obviously they want to do things to help us succeed because it helps them succeed. And again, those are the best kind of partnerships where, we're all in it together, we all support each other, and the idea is that we accumulate income producing assets and then live off the yield rather than selling our native tokens. And once you all understand that, uh, you know, crypto is a very, very powerful tool. When you finally understand it, that's how I've made millions in crypto. Is understanding that very key principle is that you never sell your native assets. You use those to generate yield, and then you live off the yield. And that is how that's how the 1% of the richest people in the world accumulate their wealth. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. David, you did a great job. Thank you again, brother. Much love to you. And again, if anybody doesn't see that link, we'll be posting it multiple times. And yeah, I would love to see a follow-up video when they release their single VDC for EMP. So, David, did he say a time frame on that or no?
No, I don't know a time frame. I think they're working on getting their bonds ready, and then I think that's what's going to come after. But my sense is that it's going to happen sooner rather than later, but I don't know
Okay.
exactly when.
All right, perfect, brother. So yeah, we'll keep everybody updated again when it rolls out. I know, as with everything, it can be a little bit overwhelming and complicated on the surface level. So just take a minute, watch the video. David did a few times. If people still need help, I'm sure we can try to incorporate something into the free academy at some point. Um, so again, we're here to help all of you succeed. So. All right, awesome. Well, thanks again, Dave. All right, I think we have some other updates. Let me see. I know we had to pick a winner for our NFC, and there were some questions as well. Give me one moment here. Bull, did you see any questions? I think there was one. I don't know if you want to read it to me while I pull up this other thing about the pool balance and detonator going down. Can you read that to me real quick, Bull, and we'll answer it? It was on YouTube, I think.
Give me 1 second.
Okay, sorry. I'm putting you on the spot.
Yep, I got it here. So this is YouTube and Big Dog. Is the pool balance ever going to start going the other way? Been months watching my rewards get smaller for months now with only compounding.
All right, so yeah, I love it. Yeah, we never shy away from any questions. I know we've been getting some flack. It's funny. People think we're ignoring questions on purpose, but we never do that. So yes, this is a great question. And again, I'm a big proponent of asking the right questions. And this question really isn't framed the right way, in my opinion. However, I still will answer it because I know what you're getting at overall. And so, that's like asking when is the overall, economy going to recover? Or when is more money going to enter crypto? Like, those kind of questions are so vague and speculative in nature. I mean, again, Detonator is designed purely based on sustainable volume. And so, yes, the pool balance is going down because there's less people depositing in Detonator. And the contract is able to protect itself um, by giving out less rewards as the pool balance goes down. And so I get it that it's frustrating, but what you want to be focused on is your pool share. And we've said it over and over again, but I'm happy to go over it again. Pool share is really what matters because once the pool balance does recover, and it will, I mean, again, I get that it's been a slow bleed over the last few months, but every day it's been a little less and a little less. And once we finally hit a bottom, then we can start building it up again. And so, if your pool share is at least maintaining or increasing, compounding more than you claim, you will get a massive amount of rewards when the pool balance starts going back up. Your daily burst will skyrocket because your daily burst is directly related to the amount of pool share that you own in the overall contract. So again, people that see their rewards going down and down. I mean, ETH has been down about 75% from when we launched Detonator, and you know, obviously in terms of dollar value, yes, your rewards are going to be less. But if you focus on LP and compounding and unfortunately, you may be in a situation where, you have a very, very small balance, and unfortunately, all of that's in the white paper, but we can't, tell people what to do and what not to do. If you only deposit like, say, $100 or less into Detonator, it can be really difficult to outpace, the bleed, so to speak. But now is a great time to add to your bag. I mean, again, we've seen snipers get amazing deals in Detonator, and that is a very fairly low capital investment into Detonator that can multiply your earnings if you are a winner. So, really, again, everything is functioning as we built it. A little bit of alpha though, we may have some even more sustainable upgrades coming. So I know that's kind of the first time we've mentioned that. So that's a great segue of that question. So nothing that we don't feel like these contracts are in trouble. Again, we're not immune to the bear market. Uh, all of DeFi has gone down. I don't want to name names, but any ROI platform in all of DeFi you've seen go down way, way, way more than Detonator balances. I can tell you that. So, and again, that's not shade to them. It's just the nature of the beast. With ROI platforms and passive income platforms, they are reliant on that new volume, and we have a lot of plans to help with that as we move into the new year for sure. So, Bull, anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, I think you really touched on it nicely there. That everything is, I like to use the term a work in progress because it's really how I reflect on my life as a work in progress. But so tell me if you don't like that expression. I'll come up with something new. But it's everything I look at as a work in progress because I think it clearly defines like what the intent is. And as DeFi
For sure.
evolves, as the thank you, as the market evolves, right? Like we always have to pivot to meet different demands, and if like so what was that big dog's like comment on the pool balance going down. Of course, right? The pool balance is going down. Everybody in the market is terrified. So people, are really holding that money tight to their chest or holding it in their pockets, right? And trying to figure out like where to go, what to do. And, I think this has been really, this question is actually a really good reflection of the things that we have done and the things that we're working on to, make sure that this platform is safe, secure, sustainable, fun, profitable, and bringing in new people, growing, right? Because even though like your daily burst, like my daily burst has gone down too. So like I get it totally. But if I look, like we are still growing, albeit like slowly, right? And I mentioned before that was part of the reason, to put together this program was to bring in new people. But aside from that, if we look at just the milestones that this ecosystem has hit, right? Like we had 50 million TVL. We've, been a large holder of ETH, a large holder of BNB, the most profitable, holder of ETH on BNB Chain, the most profitable holder of BNB, on BNB Chain. Those are some really, and like number 5 on daily user activity, and the only people above us are dexes. And so, when I look at the accolades like that we've achieved in the past, I know like that this ecosystem is very healthy and very strong because the only people like above us on a lot of these things are just major dexes and other type of kind of institutional money. And when I look at that, I'm really proud to be a part of this community because it's everybody in this community that has really helped push that through. But if we look at another one of those recent accolades, the largest single raise of an NFT, outside of PancakeSwap, right? But they did it over a long time period. We did it in 5 hours. Pivoting to meet the market demands, to make sure that there's, kind of liquidity coming into the system. There's, constant innovation. That's a reason for, all of the things right now that are being, worked on in the background to meet the current demands, but also like what we see, like just in the space of, like where we see it headed and making sure that we're building for that future use case. Because, a lot of DeFi, a lot of crypto revolves around the here and now, right? It's the issue of, that single coin ecosystem that you have to arbitrage and dump on the person that got in, after you because you got in at a way better price, and that's what it revolves around. But where do you go like when the market goes down? What do you do? And if you look at like all these most ecosystems, they're 96-99% off their all-time highs. We're not. I think we're doing like a tremendous job in probably the most brutal of bear markets because of all of the world conditions currently and over the last couple of years. They've all kind of come to, made this perfect storm that's really, made this particularly vicious. But, that's the point of everything that we're doing here in terms of trying to, offer education for anybody that comes in that might not have, that disposable income to join, this program, to, this NFT that, auto compounds and, was built so that, it did win the lottery and so that it can continue, to have an opportunity. And I think those are innovative features to take advantage of the things that the people in the community have wanted, that, they've been asking for a long time. And, it's something to attract new users into the system because they're expecting to see something they're familiar with. So all of that really coalesced, into the Sentinel Squadron. And, with that, like, I think that's a really good representation of, is the pool balance going down? Yes. But, there are a number of things that are doing to, support the ecosystem, to, secure it for the future. And to make sure that, we're not having a conversation, if it's, 6 months from now and we're still in the bear market, like, why is the pool balance going down? Why is my daily burst going down? That's why everything is being built right now, so that in 6 months, and don't quote me if, there's a shorter time frame when it goes up, and then in 6 months, the pool balance is on the downside of a wave. So don't quote me on the time period. But the point is that we're always going to see up and down on that daily burst, and everything that we do here is to make sure that everybody's investment here in the platform is safe, sustainable, and always being, secured for the future, because that's the biggest thing, is that we want to have that daily income stream to replace, potentially your job, potentially replace your career. And that's what I think a lot of people get into crypto for, is, at least I hope they do, is to, grant themselves the freedom to, take control of their life, take back their time, and make sure that they're able to do the things that they want to do because of the limited amount of time that you have here. And I made a comment about that earlier. Money is just a tool to buy back time because your time is finite. And crypto is the best vehicle in the world, really, to make sure that you have the ability to buy back your time and secure your time for the future. And this is an incredible platform to achieve that.
Yeah, no doubt, Bull. Again, words of wisdom from Bull. That's absolute gold, brother, and it's true. I mean, I've been in this space a long time, and that is the fundamentals that my success here has been built on. And yeah, I mean, just like think about Detonator as like its own miniature crypto, like holding. In other words, like when crypto goes down overall, we say, ETH is down, now might be a good time to DCA or to, add to your bags. I mean, it's the same sort of ecosystem. It's a miniature ecosystem inside of our platform. And so, yeah, I mean, as the detonated pool balance goes down, that's a great opportunity for you to add new capital and build your pool share, and gain the ranks of, the people that are in detonator. So, it's all an ebb and flow. Like Bolger said, it goes up, it goes down. Like that's not something that we can speculate on or even really comment on. What we can do is tell you that, we have designed Detonator and Detonator as a service contracts to be the most sustainable ROI contracts ever produced. And, so far it's been, holding true. I mean, yes, the pool balance goes down. That we are not immune to the pool balance going down. But like Bull said, I mean, 99% of all other ROI platforms and contracts, I mean, the native asset has massive fluctuations. It can be down, in a matter of a day, way more than the daily burst going down. So just keep that all into perspective. And there is a question about, us helping to kind of subsidize the pools. And that, yes, that is and always has been on, the agenda. It's just right now we got to focus on the health of Peg and the ecosystem as a whole. But once we are back to Peg and once we are up and running, I mean, you saw it a little bit when we had that run to Peg with the Sentinel Squadron NFTs. The ecosystem was becoming firing all cylinders again. Everything was on fire. We saw major deposits into Detonator when the interest came back. And again, all of that will happen again when the time is right. So we don't want to force it unnaturally. We want to wait for the markets to be able to sustain and for the protocol itself to be able to sustain all that new volume. And that is another beautiful part about our closed loop economy, is that it's built on uh, it's built on math. So it's not a matter of human interaction or anybody managing anything behind the scenes. It's purely based on math. So all right, cool. I think that was it. I want to mention one more thing about our accounting, but I did see one more question about OPT, so Optimus. Yeah, I cannot comment on any negotiation or potential partnerships, but yeah, that could be a possibility. So I can't comment on specifics, but I know that we have been in talks. So all right, hopefully that helps. Pretty vague, I know, but yeah, I mean, we would love to work with protocols that want to support us. There is going to be some due diligence on both parties to make sure it's a good fit. But my door is always open for partnerships. So, all right, I wanted to read this verbatim because I think it was just a really good breakdown. One other question, and then LA, get ready. We're gonna pick a winner. I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'll give you some time to get it. All right, one second. All right, so we've had a lot of people been asking, again with the FTX debacle and everything moving forward. we want to be as transparent as possible, not only through our ecosystem, but also, our treasuries and the health of the overall ecosystem. So I wrote a post on Discord today, and I'm just going to read it out loud. So because I think it really uh, sums up where our heads are at on this. But we are working on a spreadsheet to give everybody a better idea at the end of every month what our treasury reserves are and the revenue streams that we're generating. But we're not a business, so I want to make sure everybody understands that. EMP is not a business. We do not publish, you know, the more traditional reporting that you may be looking for, such as a profit and loss statement, cash flow reporting, and income statements. We are all participating in a closed loop economy. Again, EMP is not a business. We run it like a business. I mean, again, we definitely want to have the sustainability of the platform in mind. We make changes as needed, but this is a closed loop economy. All token values are derived through supply and demand and fair market value based on what people are willing to pay and the use cases of EMP and eShare. So EMP is a series of decentralized smart contracts interacting with each other and its users. So there's nobody behind the scenes generating income. We're not pushing the buttons for you. This is all decentralized code on the internet that all of you are interacting in. And so that being said, we don't really have a P&L. We don't have, these traditional accounting, documents that you would see in a real world business. But I do understand that people want to know our treasury reserves and what these contracts produce to our treasury. So that's what we refer to as a revenue stream. Again, it's simply a percentage of what these smart contracts generate that is automatically deposited into the treasury. So that's what we refer to as a revenue stream, not an actual product that we're selling. So, and again, we're happy to begin doing a better job of this. So I agree. We do need to do a better job on documenting, the treasury balances, being as transparent as possible. We are undergoing an audit with Paladin as we speak, and we have another auditing partner that I think would be very beneficial in having this sort of transparency as well. So we've been in meetings with them. Again, a lot of you may be able to put the puzzle pieces together, but they're a lot more focused on actual on-chain data. So they could be a great fit for us. And yeah, I mean, again, hopefully by the end of this month, we'll have that spreadsheet ready. But there is, again, still some transparency that we don't want to give. Again, some of the reserve treasuries will still be held, in confidential, because we just don't want to have, additional security risks with those. So we'll be able to tell you what we have, but we're not going to disclose the actual wallet addresses of those. So, all right, hope that helps. Bull, does that all make sense? I don't know if that was a little bit, over complicated, but yeah.
Yeah. I'll just drive home a little analogy, right? Like there's that great commercial from a company. I think it might be Ring. It might be another one of like the security companies, where they say, you post on social media, oh, we're going out of town for a week, on vacation. We'll see you later. And then there's they get a message like posted on their fake Facebook or whatever, and it's somebody dressed in like a burglar's mask said, great, see you in a week. And that's really, it's funny because it drives home the point of like when you tell everybody, like, oh, hey, my key is under the doormat, we're going to be gone for a week, be good. There are, 99% of people, like I think in crypto are, positive, good, moral, upstanding type of, human beings. But unfortunately, there's the 1%, we'll call them, I guess, that are there to screw everybody else. And, that's not cool. And I think that's probably a good reason to, you like you don't tell people like, like I don't like to like flex, as they say. Like, here's my wallet. This is what I have, because it makes you a target. And ultimately, when you expose like the reserve treasury, what's there, they have the address, then they just follow it and they say, oh, okay, looks like the treasury is buying back EMP right now. I guess I'll go ahead and take advantage of that. And that's that is one downside to the blockchain. And don't get me wrong, I love like the technology, but there are people that will use that in a nefarious way, and unfortunately, one person can hurt thousands of people. And so it's best to understand like safety first for everybody's investment here. And that's the way I look at it. And that's why you don't see me posting screenshots about like what I have, this or that, because like I don't want to be a target.
Totally. Yeah, no doubt, Bull. And again, even outside of the partner I mentioned about a minute ago, I mean, we also we're current partners with Chainlink, and they have, the proof of reserves, data collecting. So yeah, we're definitely, as we move into the end of the year, we'll definitely put together an infrastructure to be as transparent as we can in terms of actual assets that the Treasury has and holds, but without compromising, what potential security risks. So, and really, at the end of the day, I mean, we we built the platform on transparency. I mean, we've been going strong 10 months straight. Yeah, Peg is down, but the overall markets are down. But we've seen, amazing volume and income coming into the platform. Again, like I said earlier, the a great example is the Sentinel NFTs, and that has really helped, Reactor be a little more sustainable as well in terms of that good acting whale that smart contract, does the 5-2 compounding strategy, which makes it even more sustainable. And so that will all be happening with Detonator NFTs as well. And there may even be some additional bonus on that. So we're working on all that. Again, we'll have a full white paper and everything. It's just there's not enough time in the day lately, it seems, that we're just going flat out to try to, end the end the year very, very strong. And again, really focused on bringing in that new blood above everything else. So, all right. Well, I wanted this AMA to be a short and sweet one, but I love it. We got into a lot of nitty gritty details, and yeah, I think it was very, very helpful based on the questions I saw over the last 24 hours. So, LA, are you there? Do we have a winner for our
We
NFTs?
do.
All right, awesome.
We do. So the winner tonight, your wallet ends in 4D226. 4D226. Congratulations. Woo!
All right,
You sank my
congrats.
battleship.
Yeah, yeah, or bingo. I got bingo. Yeah, no. No, that's awesome. Thanks, LA. So yeah, those are again every day at the end of the stream, we will give away one Sentinel Squadron NFT, about a $300 value. And that is to anybody that is in the eShare staking single staking pool. So and we don't have a minimum right now, so we probably won't. So we're gonna have a minimum. We may up it in the very last week just to give everybody a chance to add a little bit more. But as of right now, no minimum. And once this promo ends, we will be switching back to our Academy promo, where as long as you take our Academy, our free Academy, you are eligible for some eShare BNB LP through our Wheel of the Fortunate. So, all right, LA, anything else you want to add?
Yeah, just to reiterate, like next week is going to be super, super exciting. I can't wait until you all see what we're rolling out. Obviously, the first thing we're rolling out, the intention really is not for those that are already in our community to sign up, but that doesn't mean that we wouldn't love the help to share out the information when it pops up on social media, or when we're on a YouTube video and that kind of thing. I know there's some really awesome people in the community who have already put their hands up to kind of offer a little bit of extra help next week. If you're interested in helping out and you have some spare time on your hands, definitely let me know. But even just a click here or there, or a type of a sentence or two in the comments somewhere makes a huge difference. And we've got some huge targets to bring in a ton of new capital and some amazing new investors into the ecosystem. And so we're reaching out to in ways of marketing that we've never done before. And so we're so excited about all that we have planned. I've been working on this marketing plan for about 3 weeks, and we're so excited to just roll it out. And so then we're going to be kind of teasing those Detonator NFTs very soon. And in just a matter of a few days, I'm going to be able to start giving you guys some sneak peeks. So I'm really pumped to be able to do that. And we've thought of some really fun ways to start doing that. So can't wait for you guys to see those. And next week's going to be really fun.
Yep, 100% LA. Again, you've been killing it. All of us have been really busy behind the scenes. We're waiting on, one major UI implementation, and once that's live, hopefully again within the next 24 hours, we'll be able to really start this push. And yeah, like LA said, we are purposely targeting people outside of our community for this special thing on ETH mainnet. But by all means, I mean, if you have the capital, you want to participate, we're not excluding anybody. We're just putting a major focus on people outside of our community, and that is really just to bring in new blood, and because there's an unprecedented opportunity that we are targeting. And again, once you guys see it, it'll all make sense. But we feel like there's a gap in the market that the EMP ecosystem can fit, incredibly well. And so that's really what we are trying to roll out. And yeah, hopefully in the next 24, 48 hours, it'll all make a lot more sense. But when you do start seeing some things where you go, well, what's that about? Or I never heard of that, then definitely help us share all that. And again, the more help we can get from within our community, the better. So, all right, awesome. Thank you, LA. Thank you, Bull. I think that's it. We're gonna wrap it up. If I did not get to your question, please feel free to ask it tomorrow. And as always, I appreciate all of you, and we are continuing to build and preparing for an amazing year to come and years to come as crypto bounces back. And like Bull said, we've all set up our financial futures for each other. So, all right. Good night. Good day. We'll see you tomorrow.